Hello dear learners. Today we are going to learn the new points on the topic, that is the fermented milk products. In previous lecture we have already finished the starter culture, and in that lectures we have already seen the importance of the starter cultures, how they play a very important role in fermentation process. And the same starter cultures are used into these fermented milk products. So in this lecture we are going to see the fermented milk products, that is the very popular one, dahi or the curd, then chakka and srikhand. So let's see the these different dairy fermented milk products. So in this lecture we are going to see the various fermented milk products, and before starting the fermented milk products, first of all we have to know the nutritive value of the milk. Milk is nothing but the whitish liquid containing the proteins, lactose, fats, water, minerals and vitamins in various quantities. So this is the nutritive value of milk. It means the milk contains the proteins, lactose, fats, water, various minerals and vitamins. After the nutritive value of milk, let's see what is fermentation. The fermentation is a metabolic process in which an organism converts a carbohydrate such as starch and sugar into alcohol or the acid. It means that just we have to keep in our mind, the fermentation is nothing but it is the metabolic process carried out by the microorganisms, and these microorganisms converts the carbohydrates such as starch and sugar, means the lactose, into alcohol or the acid. So this process is called as the fermentation. So keep it in mind and memorize the definition of fermentation. It is the metabolic process carried out by the microorganisms, and they convert carbohydrates such as the starch and sugar into alcohol or the acid. So this is the definition of the fermentation. I think you might have understood the definition of the fermentation. So let's see the second point or the next point. These are the popular fermented milk products: cheese, yogurt, cultured buttermilk, acidophilus milk, kumis, kefir, and the very popular Indian milk product, that is dahi, or in English it is called the curd, which is also known as dahi, and is well known fermented milk product consumed by large sections of population throughout the country. It is the inseparable part of Indian diet, and it is also called a refreshing beverage. Dahi is also called as the refreshing beverage. So it is very important and inseparable part of the Indian diet. And this is the dahi based product, chakka. Then this is the srikhand, which is prepared by using the chakka, and the srikhand which is prepared by using the srikhand. So these are the and this one is the lassi, which is also prepared by using dahi, and chaj or a matha which is also prepared by using dahi. So all these products, that is the chakka, chach, lassi, chakka, srikhand and srikhand vadi, all these products are prepared by using dahi. So dahi is the main base product for the preparation of all these, that is the chach or mattha, lassi, chakka, srikhand and srikhand vadi. And this is the flow diagram for the preparation of the popular milk, fermented milk product, that is the dahi. The first point is the selection of raw milk. Raw milk, the selection of raw milk is very important one, as the quality of the final product, that is dahi, is totally depends on the quality of the raw material, that is the milk, which is used for the preparation of dahi. If the quality of the raw material is the inferior one, in that case we cannot prepare a superior quality of the product. So to produce a superior quality of product, we need to have the superior quality of raw milk, that is initial raw milk. So this milk, which is the clean, which is the fresh, should be taken for the preparation of this product. And this milk should not contain any extraneous sediment. So only that kind of milk is taken for the preparation of the milk product. After the receiving the milk or the solution of raw milk, this milk is standardized. This milk is standardized. Now let's see the definition of a standardization. Standardization is nothing but it is the process of maintaining the desirable amount of the fat and SNF content. So in this standardization process, milk is standardized at 4% fat and 8.5% SNF. So this is the standardization. After this standardization, the next step is heat treatment. Now this milk is heated at 80 to 90 degrees Celsius to kill all the microorganisms present in milk, and this milk is heated for 10 to 30 minutes or boiled for 5 minutes. After the heat treatment of milk or after the boiling of the milk, this milk is cooled at room temperature. And why it is cooled at the room temperature? Because the next step is the inoculation. Inoculation is nothing but the addition of a starter culture into this milk. And if this starter culture is added to this hot milk, then what will happen? All these lactic acid culture that will be killed. The microorganism which is present here, that will be killed, and therefore this milk is cooled at the room temperature. And when this milk attains the room temperature, then only the inoculation process, that is the starter culture or lactic acid starter culture is added, and the rate of addition of starter culture is 1 to 3%. After the addition of the starter culture, means after the process of the inoculation, next step is the same inoculated milk is filled in suitable containers. It means the small pouches. After the filling in suitable containers, these pouches are incubated at the temperature of 22 to 30 degrees Celsius, and they kept for 8 to 16 hours or till firm coagulation occurs. So the process of maintaining the desirable temperature and keep it at a particular time duration, this process is called as the incubation. And all these containers are kept with the and they are not disturbed. So this process of maintaining the desirable temperature, this process is called as the incubation. And during this incubation process, the starter cultures that we have added, they convert the carbohydrate, that is the lactose or the milk sugar, into the acids and or curdles the milk. After the incubation process, next step is the cooling. So when the incubation process is over, that curdled milk is allowed to cool at 12 degrees Celsius for an hour. After the cooling, this pack or filled suitable containers are cold storage less than the 5 degrees Celsius until the distributions, and the final product which is obtained, that product is called as the dahi. So this is the final product. Whereas at cottage or at household level, all these steps are the similar, except at household level or cottage level, the filling in suitable containers are exempted. So this process, the at household levels, the milk is not packed in suitable containers. The rest, and again, after the incubation process is over, so directly it converts into the dahi. So this is the traditional. By this way, the traditional way dahi is prepared, and this is the flow diagram at the industrial level. This flow diagram is followed. So this is the very easy to memorize the flow diagram for the preparation of dahi. So again, we are going to review the process of dahi preparation. That is the selection of raw milk, means the milk is taken, the milk which is the good, the milk which is the clean, the sweet and the fresh, only that kind of the milk is taken for the preparation of dahi, because as I told you earlier, the quality of the final product is totally dependent on the quality of the raw material which is used. So the raw material should be superior quality. Then standardizations, means the maintaining the fat and arsenic content at a particular level. Then the heat treatment to kill the microorganisms present in that milk. Then cooling, after the heating, this milk is cooled to the room temperature, and then the inoculation, means the addition of starter culture to cooled milk, and then filling in suitable containers. Incubation means the maintaining a specific temperature, that is at 22 to 30 degrees Celsius, and it kept at 8 to 16 hours till the coagulation occurs. Then cooling and cold storage less than 5 degrees Celsius, and the final product, that is the dahi. So this is the way by which we can memorize the preparation of dahi, and you have to write all the points in sequence. So it will be very easy to explain the each and every points which is given here in flow diagram. And these are the various milk products which is prepared from dahi, that is the sweet lassi, salty lassi, buttermilk, butter, chakka and the srikhand. But out of this, we are going to see the chakka and srikhand. The chakka and srikhand, the flow diagram for the dahi, you have to write down the flow diagram for the dahi, and after these flow diagrams, the maximum amount of the whey or the buttermilk is drained by using the muslin cloth, and whatever the portion is remaining in that muslin cloth, that remaining portion is called as the chakka. So this becomes the flow diagram for the chakka. It means dahi, drain the water, that is the buttermilk, and after the draining the buttermilk, the whatever the parts is remaining in that muslin cloth, that is called as the chakka. And after the chakka, it is kneaded with the sugar, and sugar is added at the percent of 30 to 50%, and addition of sugar is also depend on the sourness of the chakka. If the chakka is the more sour, in that case the more percentage of more sugar is added. So kneading with sugar and addition of a saffron, cardamom, flavoring colors, nuts and fruits, and then all this mixture is kneaded very well, and after the kneading all this mixture, the whatever the products obtained, that product is called as the srikhand. So this is the flow diagram for the srikhand. So after writing the flow diagram of dahi, then chakka, and after the chakka, sugar is added, saffron is added, and the product is obtained, the srikhand. So this is all about the fermented dairy products. Thank you.